Ladies and gentlemen, Saturday Night Main Event is back, and these are my predictions for the show. So this prediction video is brought to you guys by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, get them through SeatGeek. Use my last name, code HODGE at checkout. You'll get $20 off your tickets. First time orders only. If you've used SeatGeek before, make a new account, get a new email or something like that, and you guys will literally save $20 off any ticket for any event in the entire world. Just use my last name at checkout over on SeatGeek. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so Saturday Night Main Event is back. So this is a special that used to always happen on NBC. It was NBC Wrestling. It's had a long history of happening and a more recent history of not happening. But basically, like this dates all the way back to the 1980s. Like on NBC, they used to have wrestling like every Saturday night. It was Saturday Night's Main Event. It's where most people discovered wrestling for the first times in the 80s and somewhat into the 90s. So it was a huge deal. The show was canceled and it's been gone for a while. WWE came up with a show called, Main Event, which was just like a pre-show for like Raw or SmackDown or something, which was like on Hulu or something that absolutely no one watched. But finally, NBC actually wants to do this again. So Saturday Night Main Event is back for the first time in a very long time. And this has actually been happening on NBC itself here in the United States, which is actually a huge deal because everyone gets NBC in the United States. It's like you just have to have like antenna on your TV and you pick it up. You don't have to pay for it. So it's a huge deal. And this show itself, believe it or not, is actually going to be to credit to introducing a lot of new wrestling fans into what wrestling is, just because of how mainstream NBC network itself is. So nonetheless, enough chit chat so far for this show. They've only announced 4 matches. I'm sure closer to they'll announce more, but again, this is not a premium live event. This is just a NBC special, but it's kind of a big deal. So anyway, here's my predictions for these 4 matches. All right, the first match, we actually don't know what the match is going to be yet because it's a tournament for the United States Women's Championship. So I don't know who's the finalists are going to be, but we know like 4 people who are going to be in this. So out of those 4 women, who am I going to choose? I'm currently thinking it should be Chelsea Green. And why am I thinking that? I don't know. She's just great. There's a great character going on. I mean, she got freaking fired from the WWE, but got brought back. It has a redemption story, and it's just been doing a great job of being like a great character in the WWE. So nonetheless, put a title on Chelsea Green, even if it's just for a little while. Let's have Chelsea Green have that Women's United States Championship. Let's go with that, because that's a good thing to do. Because she's one of the larger characters, may it be more of a comedic character on all of women's wrestling. I think this will be a great introductory point to like women's wrestling for the world. If this is introducing a lot of new fans to the show, I think that's a good option. Let's go with Chelsea Green. All right, the next match. Speaking of women's wrestling and introducing people to women's wrestling, this is a great one because this is for one of the main women's championships. This is for the Women's World Championship. We have our current champion, Liv Morgan, and she'll be defending her title against Io Sky. So this is a great introduction to women's wrestling. Got 2 of the biggest, best wrestlers in the WWE right now. You got Liv, Io Sky. They're going to tear down the house. This is going to be a great women's match for people to see. Maybe the first time ever watching women's wrestling, which is hard to believe in the modern age of the world, but believe it or not, there are people in the world who have never seen wrestling, and it's just like, it's sad, it's awful, and I feel really sorry for those people, or the people who just wrote off wrestling and never gave it a chance. Maybe they'll watch the special and give it a chance. Anyway, got Liv Morgan, Io Sky, women's world title. This title is not changing hands, as well as I don't think any titles are changing hands on this show, because it's not a premium live event, it's just an NBC special, but maybe they'll shock the world. Maybe they'll have a title change hands and that'll bring more eyeballs to the next special, because they announced they're doing another special for Main Event like next month in January. So nonetheless, the winner of this match and still your Women's World Champion will be Liv Morgan. Alright, the next match is for the World Heavyweight Championship. So we got our current champion, Gunther. He's gonna go out there defending that title against Finn Balor. Hey, that's a good title match. It's a good wrestling match to introduce. I keep saying introduce the world. I mean, of course, most WWE fans are gonna be watching this who are also, but this isn't just for new fans. But I just see it as like they normally never ever do wrestling on NBC Network itself. I just see it as a big introductory point to a lot of people because this is not where wrestling is normally aired. Anyway, we got Gunther, we got Finn Balor, World Heavyweight Championship. Who's winning it? Gunther's going to retain the title, but nonetheless, that's a great match. It's going to be a great, just pure wrestling match, and that's just wonderful. I really like that matchup. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is the final match for the Saturday Night Main Event, at least so far. I just want to put a little note in here about Roman Reigns and the Bloodline kind of thing. So originally when they were advertising, Saturday Night Main Event, they had the poster with all the wrestlers on it, And one of those wrestlers on it, of course, was our original Tribal Chief, the true Tribal Chief, that is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was on that poster, but currently Roman Reigns is no longer on that poster. He's been removed from the poster, so yeah, it doesn't look like Roman's going to be working this show as well as any Bloodline stuff. I mean, we might have some Bloodline stuff, I don't know. There's still stuff to be announced, but like, Roman's been removed from the poster. Seth Rollins was originally on the poster. He's been removed from the poster. So yeah, it doesn't look like they're actually working the show. Nonetheless, your final match here is for that undisputed WWE Championship. We have our current champion, Cody Rhodes, and he's going to be defending that title against none other than KO Kevin Owens, who's went completely crazy. He was friends with Cody Rhodes, but all of a sudden Kevin Owens just went off the handle and attacked Cody Rhodes from behind, and it's like, what happened to this guy? So you got a good story here. You got a good story here to fuel your main event for Saturday Night Main Event. This is for the title, of course. I don't think the titles are changing hands. This is to further the KO feud, I guess. This feud's probably going to go through Rumble, conclude at Rumble, and then Cody will move on to something else. But nonetheless, the winner of this match, and still our undisputed WWE Champion, I'm going with Cody Rhodes. So there you guys have it. Those are my predictions for the Saturday Main Event show happening on NBC Network here in the United States. Maybe overseas fans are going to be able to watch it. I hope. I don't know where it'll air for you guys. I'm sure it'll air somewhere. But nonetheless, those are my predictions. Let me know yours in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching this prediction video. I'm your one and only undisputed king of vlog style, Brandon Hodge. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video.